Alright, let's see. Welcome everyone to today's Dev Deep Dives. We have Abhishek today presenting for us, which is very exciting.
Yeah,
Really glad to have you here today, Abhishek.
thank you, Shiv. Yeah, I'm very excited too.
Of course. And also, we have a bow up for today. I think that it turned out to be really cute. I hope that you like it too. But please let me know when we distribute it by the end of the call. And we'll be using the Bow Up Mini app as always to give it away. So we'll let you guys know when it is available to be claimed. Right, having said that, I think that we're good to get started. What do you think, Abhishek?
Yeah, for sure. Let's start, and we will record this, right? So we can have this available later in YouTube.
That's right. Let's confirm first with Candy that we are good to get started. Just 1 second. All right, yes, we are ready. So let's get to it.
Yep, awesome. Thank you so much, Shivi, for the intro, and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining on Wednesday, which is also called as Hump Day. Let's go live. I'll share my slides, and we'll go from there. So, what are we discussing this week? Something new coming up, basically, which is with Gitcoin Passport, and it's a really cool project, and we will dive deeper into it, how it works, what its benefits are, and how we integrated it at Collab, and basically also like how you can use it in your communities for security. So, to summarize in one line, as you can see here, you can use the proof of humanity to make your community Sybil resistant. So, in summary, Gitcoin Passport is a tool which allows you to make your communities Sybil resistant, which is basically if any bots or any fake actors cannot enter your chat that you want to create with, and with that, how Collab.Land will help you. So, let's dive deeper into it and see what today's agenda is. First, we'll be going through like how we started with this Gitcoin password integration and what was behind the scenes conversations happening to get started with it, and then why Gitcoin passport like matters and why are we using it in this new integration, and what is the current state of the security in our communities in Web3. And it's a pretty interesting topic, and I'd love to share more about it. And then we will see like how we integrated the Gitcoin passport from a developer side, because this is dev deep dive, so we will get a little bit technical but not too much, and then in collab and how it works. And finally we will have some demo. After that, of course, you know what happens, we'll distribute the collabs. So let's start. First, why are we
Sounds good.
starting? Yep. So
Real quick before we get started, Abhishek,
mhm.
right now we can see your Discord screen. I'm not
Yep.
sure if you're sharing that or a different one. Of
Thank you for letting me know. I am sharing,
course.
I'm trying to share everything. Yeah, I think it should be visible now. Can you see my slides?
Let's see. Yes, they're coming through for me.
Perfect.
Please, everyone in the audience, if you can confirm if you can see them as well, that'd be very helpful. Please let us know in the chat. Wait a second. Okay. Candy says, looks good here.
Awesome. Thank you
So,
so much.
yes,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course.
So, yeah, we didn't miss too much. It was just two slides. One is this intro that I gave, and second is the agenda. So, thank you for letting me know on time. And they will start on first slide, which is how we got started with Bitcoin Passport integration. So first, if you think about like Gitcoin, you have heard of it if you are in Web3 like so far, you might have heard about it at least once. And Gitcoin so far has been known about its grants platform, which is like quadratic funding sort of integration you have. So let's say if you want to raise funds in Gitcoin, you can propose, and then community can like fund. Uh, you basically, and then you have advantage that however many people fund you, you get like quadratic multiples of that funding. So Gitcoin has been known for that platform so far. But now Gitcoin has launched a new product called Gitcoin Passport, and so far, if I compare it with any other Sybil resistant solution, it is the best out there. And when I say Sybil resistant, if you are not aware of it, Sybil resistant basically means that resistance from like fake actors, bots, or like any unwanted parties you do not want your application or your communities to be interacting with. So that's basically Sybil resistance, and uh, you have seen it in Web3, like how bot like token farming happens, and all these bad actors try to scam people as well. So that's the main goal of Sybil resistance, and Gitcoin solves it pretty nicely. So we will see how it actually does that, and then a quick shout out to Nerd, because Nerd was the one who sparked this integration, and he met with the Gitcoin team a couple of times, I think, in some conferences and offline as well through meetings. And shout out to Daniel as well from Gitcoin, who also helped start uh, this integration with us. And then we basically dived into like what are the requirements, and then we tried to start it with like a simple version 1, which is what I'll be showing in the demo today. And there will be more versions coming out, like version 2, and how Collab.Land will be evolving in this as well. I'll share more about it at the end. And then we see like why is Gitcoin Passport important, and like if you compare the current state of security in Web3 communities, it is pretty insane. So let's say you have a community starting, an NFT community, and you just announced it today on Twitter and all the platforms. So a lot of people, including like token farming, uh, like all the scammers as well, will see that link and they'll try to join it. And a lot of these scammers have like fake accounts. They create multiple accounts at the same time, and then they try to get benefits from them, and which is not something as a community admin you want. So to avoid that, what Gitcoin does is it allows you to actually allow the users and members to prove their proof of humanity, and then based on that, you allow them the access to your group or to your community. So uh, this is the main distinguishing factor. Like if you want to distinguish between the real members versus fake accounts and airdrop farmers, this would be the best solution. And another important point is Gitcoin Passport does it in a very decentralized way. So you can build your proof of humanity, and you can build your decentralized ID plus score. So it is a score that you are given when you work with Gitcoin Passport, and I'll show you just after this next slide, like how it works. So once you have that score, you will be able to verify in communities, and once you meet the threshold of the particular score, you'll be able to enter the community as well. And the main part is, as I mentioned, it does it in a decentralized way. So Gitcoin uses Ceramic Network, and it is a decentralized platform. So it doesn't actually store your data, which is what we strive for in Web3, that we want to give data sovereignty to the users and not use that data as like Web2 companies to like use them for advertisements and making money uh, unsolicited. So if we dive deeper into how we integrated Gitcoin Passport, this will be the a little bit longer section. So let's get started and see how Gitcoin Passport actually works. And this is the main Gitcoin dashboard you need to go to if you want to get started with Gitcoin Passport, which is passport.gitcoin.co. And I can sign in with Ethereum. I'll choose my primary account. And in this welcome screen, it allows me to like refresh my stamps, and we will see what exactly are stamps. And also I can skip this for now. So I know that I haven't gotten any new stamps, so I can directly skip this for now. But you can see you can now verify most Web3 stamps and return to destination faster with one click verification. So I'll skip this for now. And this is what dashboard looks like in your Gitcoin Passport. So these are all called stamps, and each stamp has a point value. So Gitcoin Passport gives you points out of 100, and currently my score is at 25.24. So the reason for that is if I go down, these are all the points I have from. So all these stamps I have verified with ETH. Like if you have possession and transaction verification, these are the criterias basically. And if I have verified with GitHub, you need to connect to existing GitHub accounts. And I think they made this point to zero because they also continuously evaluate if the stamps are worth it to have points, and like distinguishing you as a human. So Gitcoin, I think GitHub accounts can be created pretty easily, like new ones as well. So some of them they have degraded the points, and then right now I can't get more points. So like if I click on this, I have gained like so far 7.26 points from this GitHub integration. So these are all the points I have already, and I can get more points and increase my score, but I think this should be enough for now. And the V2, we are also planning to have a Collab.Land uh, stamp here. So what it will do is if you verify it with Collab.Land previously, you'll get extra scores for that. So that is something are trying to launch in V2. So like yeah, in summary, like this is how like your dashboard looks like in Gitcoin. And if we dive deeper into like how we use this to like get the user address and verify with Collab.Land. So first, from a community admin perspective, the requirement would be that you should be able to create a TGR and define the rule and setting like minimum score requirement to get a particular role. And based on that role, you can get your channels, and like similarly, you will be able to get your entire Discord community or Telegram community based on these rules. So for that, we needed three things. One was already there. So one is void connection. So the best part about a Gitcoin passport is your wallet address itself is the main distinguisher for your passport. So there is no new ID. Your wallet address itself is the ID. And one more thing that it allows is currently, as I mentioned, all these stamps and points are stored in Ceramic as a decentralized network. But one more thing that you can do is you can also promote your stamps to on-chain. So I have my passport on Optimism. So I have like uploaded all my stamps and uploaded them, as I mentioned, basically to Optimism. So if you see here, I can do that, and they also support other networks as well, Linea, and this is I think called Public Goods Network, which is recently released by Gitcoin. So it is pretty awesome that you can have it decentralized as well as on-chain, which is giving you the complete control of the data. And so as I mentioned, so for void address we already support that through like a EVM address void connection. The next part is you need a rule builder in the command center. So we have supported Gitcoin as a chain type right now, Gitcoin passport, and you will be able to define the minimum maximum score, which I'll show in the demo next. Then finally you will be able to like get that in the backend, like how we verify in the backend. So if I can show a little bit about the APIs, how we are using it. So for building on Gitcoin passport, you can just go to docs.passport.gitcoin.co, and you will be able to see like they have pretty good docs and API reference which you can see and use to build your own applications as well. And shout out to them for building this Git documentation site. And so essentially you can read this a lot of this, and what we are using is this API called submit for scoring. So let's say if you have verified with Gitcoin passport before, and what we will do is we will use this API, and with your wallet address we will submit this request, post request, and we will specify your address, and scorer ID is a scorer ID that is the Collab.Land ID. So like as a Collab.Land organization, we have signed up, we have gotten a scorer ID, and we'll be like sending it with each request so we can get the relevant user data, and Gitcoin can know like which scorer is querying all these data for different users, which is already on chain and decentralized. And then this is the main thing needed. And then this API works in two different stages. First is it will be in processing once it is submitted for the scoring, and once it is processing done is done, the status will be updated. So what we do is we check for the status is done, and then we get the score basically, and then we use the score to like see if you qualify based on the rule that the admin has defined. So this is pretty much it like how the API works in Gitcoin Passport, and it is pretty simplified, and we have used it like I think within a couple of hours we were able to integrate it. And I would highly encourage, if you are dev, you can play with it. And this is pretty much about the API, how we build it, and now the most important thing, the demo time. So let's start with the demo, and I will go to Command Center. I have already created a new server called Gitcoin, invited the Collab.Land bot, and now I have a role inside it called Gitcoin. And I should have maybe named it Passport as well, but this is okay. And now I can search for Gitcoin Passport as the chain type. And as I said, this is the only token type available because we do need a token type tier. So it is called Humanity Score, which is what Gitcoin Passport brands its score as, which is called Humanity Score. If you are actually a distinguishable human from a fake actor or bot. So I will set my minimum requirement to 20 to get the Gitcoin role in my community because I have 24 myself, so that would be a good one. But as secure you want to make your community, you can do that and see like what would be the best points you think or best stamps someone should collect and get the maximum points to enter your community. So I will set it as 20, the minimum score you need to get this role and enter my community. And I'll save this. Now I will go to, so please make sure before you verify, you must have the required scores in here. Like you need to first go to Bitcoin Passport dashboard and collect your stamps and points, and then verify with Collab.Land so that you can get the roles based on the requirements. So I'll go to my community, which I'll search quickly here because I have 200 servers. So this is currently, as you can see, I don't have any roles. Oh, I do have. I'll remove this role. Uh, I'll click let's go. I already have my void address connected for that primary one, but I'll still like go through the connection flow and show you. As you can see, this is my primary address, avish.e. So I'll connect with that. Mm, I'll switch the chain ID. Give me a second. I have verified with my primary address, which is signed up with the Gitcoin Passport website, and this is where my points live and my stamps live. So if we go to here, we don't have the right permissions. I forgot to configure the Collab.Land bot correctly, which is not expected. I'll so I'll put the, I just created the server, so sorry for the inconvenience, but like yeah, Collab.Land bot. This is a tutorial as well for Collab.Land. If you are getting with Collab.Land, remember Collab.Land bot role should be above than the other roles you want to get with, which we receive a lot of support requests for. So let's start this again, and let's go add a new wallet, verify with the stamp or Gitcoin passport address. It will give me the Gitcoin role because I have 24 points. So simply, this is it, like how you can use Gitcoin passport integration and the TGR to gate specific channels or like all the channels you want to gate with. Similarly, like if you remember currently what we use for proof of humanity or captcha is pretty easily solvable by bots, right? You just have to enter some random code or a very random verification, which is not suited for Web3 communities at all. To prove that you are a Web3 community member or you have the skin in the games, you have all these verifiable credentials or stamps in Gitcoin Passport, which you can collect, and you can only get these if you actually have like these proofs. Like for example, you need to have your Gitcoin verified with GitHub to actually get these 12 points, and then based on the minimum points you want to get with, you can just specify that in the TGR, and save it, and then your members can verify in let's go and like the collab and join channel. One thing that we are working on improving is currently, let's say if your member does not know that they need to verify and go to first Gitcoin Passport dashboard to verify and get that score, they won't know that directly. So currently what we are suggesting is please just specify that in the collab and join channel that you have this role, and in order to get this humans verified role you'll need to first go to this website in passport.gitcoin.co and just collect your points and then verify. But in the version 2 what we are planning to improve is we'll message that here as well. Once you verify that you do not qualify for this role because you do not have the enough points in your Gitcoin passport stamp, and in order to get that you need to go to this dashboard. So this is a v2 that we are working on. And also as I mentioned, we will be having more improvements. For example, you can gate based on specific stamps. Let's say if you have the Gitcoin stamp verified, only then you will be able to get a specific role. Currently is just the global points. And also we will be having or try our best to have a Collab.Land stamp as well, which will help us to like communicate more about Collab.Land and brand ourselves better in this web3 industry. Because as you know, like most of the new users who join and want to verify, they first have their first interaction with Collab.Land most of the time. So it helps for the branding perspective as well. So yeah, there are more V2 coming in, and Nerd is also helping with this a lot. So shout out to him. And yeah, please just get started. We also have a Twitter Spaces tomorrow about Gitcoin Passport, and please share your feedbacks as well as we improve this. Thank you. Uh, Chief, am I audible?
Well, this looks very cool. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't given a try to it yet. It looks very easy.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, we have some questions in the chat for you, Abhishek.
Yeah.
And I see a hand raised, so let's see if they prefer to come up in the stage to ask their question. Otherwise, we can read it from the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hello, Sayonara. Welcome.
Hey.
Hi,
Um,
Stevie. Hi, anyone.
hello, how are you doing? Welcome to
Hey.
the stage. Please feel free to ask your question.
I'm doing great. Thank you for the time. I had one question regarding the data. Let's say, through one of scan for information, I connect Discord account or GitHub account. So, what does each party in between, like, let's say, Collab.Land, Gitcoin Passport, and GitHub know about me? Uh,
Yeah, I think I'm not able to hear you completely, Sayonara, but I can see your message. And I think your question is, let's say I connect my Discord account with Gitcoin Passport. How will that if data be stored, privacy implications? So as I mentioned, this is the best part about Gitcoin Passport, that it doesn't share your data, and it doesn't knows the data itself as well, because it's using a decentralized solution called Ceramic Network. So your data is not even stored in Gitcoin servers or Gitcoin Passport servers, or like Collab knows about them. No one knows about it. So it's just the higher level score. So it's basically like uh, we only know that you have verified, and then you have the score for it. We don't know any details, nor just like Gitcoin, because it's stored in Ceramic. And also one more thing you can do is you can have your these stamps data on chain, and so you can promote it to, like for example, Optimism network as well, which will cost you just like I think $2 maximum for fees. And then again, like it will not have any detailed information, just that you have verified with these stamps, and then you have the points, and there is no like data exposure here.
Oh, it looks like we lost him, but I see him in the audience
Yeah.
again.
Mhm.
Hmm. Let's see if that. I think that was a great answer to his question, but let's bring him up again to see if there's any additional questions or comments. Hey, Sayonara, we lost you for a second, but welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for answering that. So I just had like one follow up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that would be like, let's say, I'm not sure if it has right now, but let's say there's a legal ID verification
Mm-hmm.
through Gitcoin Passport. So even in that, like at no point the image or any sort of integration, no data will be stored anywhere, right? It will be just the proof or
Yeah,
attestation of it, right? Is it
exactly.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Good to know. Thank you so much. That answers my question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome. No worries. Thank you for asking.
Hey, thank you for asking. Let's see. There's one more, I
Mm-hmm.
think,
Yeah.
in the chat for crypto portfolio. There
Oh,
is no chance to add information and make it above Collab.Land verify button.
I'm not
So,
sure crypto portfolio which question you are talking about. Would you like to come on stage?
okay, let's see. I sent them an invite. I believe it may be for the upgrades that you were talking about having the specifications for when they're not eligible.
Uh-huh.
But let's see, I may be wrong. Hey, crypto
Hey, hey,
portfolio,
everyone.
welcome. Hello.
Um, I meant to say, for instance, when you mentioned that when the users try to verify, they don't know that they need to have those scores, so you need
Mm-hmm.
to kind of inform them.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
I would love to make a post,
Mhm.
informative post, and make it above Collab.Land.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So what you can do is you can go in the collab and join channel and you can delete the join button that's there first, and you can just put your informative post and the message first, and then after that you can use the slash help command as an admin with the collab and bot, and you'll be able to set up another let's go button. So basically you'll be having the button below the main information you'll be giving.
Gotcha. That's amazing. I didn't knew that you can do that. I thought once you delete by accident, the only way to get it back is to kick the butt and reintroduce him to let him reset everything.
Yeah, yeah. I remember we had this questions related to that in support some time ago. So we introduced this new feature like the help command, which allows you to set up a new let's go button.
That's great to know. Another question would be, so
Mhm.
you can set up DGRs based on the points.
Yeah,
You can't specify where exactly person should be verified.
yeah, that is in the V2 like scope. Currently, is the global score that we will be calculating, but like in the V2, we are thinking like we can support the specific stamp that you want to gate based off. Let's say if you have verified with Collab.Land and you have the Collab.Land stamp, which will be available in Gitcoin Passport. So like those points will be only considered. So yeah, that's not available right now. It's just a global score currently.
Okay, amazing. That's all I wanted to know. That's all clear now. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you for asking.
Hey, thank you so much. And now, let's mention it once more. If anyone has any additional questions, please feel free to raise your hand to be brought up in the stage, or you can write those down in the stage chat. So either of those is fine. Just to mention that. But I must say, thank you, Abhishek, so much for your presentation. I usually have kind of a hard time understanding the techie stuff and what's presented in depth deep dives, but I surprisingly understood this very well. So kudos to you for doing a great job at explaining all of this and presenting. So I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And now, in the meantime, let's do the POAP if that sounds good.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go. All right, for everyone in the audience, we've got a what I think is a really cute POAP for today. I hope that you guys like it. And in
Oh, we
order
already
to
know
claim
what
it,
it is.
yay! But I'm sorry to have spoiled it. I really am. But I thought it was so cute. I had to share it first. I apologize.
Where did you share it, Chibi?
I am guilty. I accept. But let's get to it because maybe some people haven't seen it yet. So let's do this. To claim the POAP, we're using the POAP mini app. That's with the slash command slash POAP claim, and I will ask you for a claim phrase. Today's claim phrase is Gitcoin. All lowercase, just that one word, Gitcoin. Let's spell it in case that's helpful. That would be Gitcoin. Gitcoin. Once you write it down, hit enter, you'll get a code to claim your POA. I just received mine. Please let us know if it's working for you. Otherwise, please let us know in the chat. And just in case, let's send the command in the chat as well so that it's easier to use it.
I got
There
mine.
we
It
go.
looks great.
Yay! I am so glad.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, you were the first person to claim it.
Yeah.
You fast. Amazing. Oh, yay. I see a cute comment. Really appreciate it.
I was trying to use Midjourney to like create a background image with Gitcoin Passport, and it was always when I mentioned Gitcoin Passport, it didn't know exactly, right, because it's a new product and
Mhm.
all these AI agents have like some old data. So what it was doing is exactly this: it was taking a passport, writing a capital
Mhm.
G on it, and like yeah, having some like L pen background. So this goes
Oh,
so well with the context.
yay. I want to start doing that for the AI meetups.
Yeah,
Just have AI create those POAPs because that makes sense. I
yeah.
think that was a suggestion from Oops. But I haven't gotten to it. I want to give it a try. I'll keep you guys posted. Yay. Looks like everyone's claiming successfully. So thank you guys for letting us know and for claiming the POAP. Just in case, I'll repeat the instructions one more time in case that anyone missed it. So to claim today's POAP, we're using the POAP mini app. So that's slash POAP claim. You can write it in the state chat, or I believe it works in any of the chats of the server. And then for the claim phrase, you will write down Gitcoin. All lowercase, no spaces anywhere. Gitcoin. That's the secret phrase to claim today's POAP. Once you write that down, hit enter and you'll get a code specifically for you to claim the POAP. But with that, I think that we are ready to wrap things up.
Yeah,
What do you think?
yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Abhishek. Great presentation as always. Really, really glad to have you here and appreciate your effort and the great job that you do. So thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, you, for the kind words, and yeah, thank you for hosting. And it was great presenting as always. Yeah, I hope I improved from the last time. Like, I think I was speaking too fast last time. Yeah, I tried to slow it down a bit.
You did great.
Thank you.
Of course. And thanks everyone for attending today's deep dives. We will see you guys hopefully tomorrow for our Collab community Twitter spaces. And let's share a link to that Discord event with all of the information and the link to the spaces in case that you want to join. That's tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you guys there.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much again. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Bye.
Bye for now. See you guys next time. Bye bye.